Everybody, welcome to Nat1Fun. Sorry about the little delay. As you can see, my other vest is in the wash, and so we're gonna play with just a little bit of a bow tie today. But we still have the aesthetics. We're good. We're good. How was everybody's week?
Good.
I had a freaking blast this week, doing a little crafting. D&D crafting and some dice gathering, and man, if you're not in our Discord channel, you missed some of the most incredible looking dice that Ray posted. I absolutely was like, I was in a mental state when she said they were sold out, and then we figured it out. I was like, no,
we did.
Grandma, thank you for the 11 bits, you wonderful human being, you. I really appreciate it. Guys, I hope everybody, like I said, had a great week. Let's get started with our announcements. We have a few kind of ready to go. First off, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go through a few things that we have. Basically, things that happen in between the streams that we don't really get to talk about too much. And that's people who support the stream through means of either donating or following or doing stuff like while we're not even streaming. So I'm going to run through this really quick. One of the biggest thank yous to Hoopla Hick Texas, or Hoopla Hick TX, for donating $20 while we were offline. And saying, we want you to be successful, have a great Valentine's weekend stream. Straight up the most humble and incredible message to wake up to, you know, on a random weekday. So Hoopla, thank you so much for donating to the stream and really helping to, well, supplement all the costs that come with creating such a thing like this and future events and giveaways and everything like that. Also, you know, goes towards my main goal for the stream, at least, to pick up a better camera for the stream. So that goes towards that, and it really helps out. So thank you, Hoopla. Big, huge thank you. And then let's talk about real quick. What's that?
Sorry, I just realized Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Oh, fuck.
So we have Luna has returned, Chun's Buns, the Alice of Wonderland with follows, Rovan Doug for the host last session, as well as Coach, Uncaged, and Gronk. Always thankful for the host for yesterday's session. Warrior Cat 42 and Grimmy the Bard. Who, when he joined, I thought was Grimly trying to come in here and make a joke. And I was like, get out of here, Grimly. He's like, who the hell is Grimly? And I'm like, uh-oh. Whoops. I meant Grimmy. Aww. Hi, how are you? Anyways, nicest person in the world. And seriously, helped out like crazy in yesterday's session. So thanks a bunch to Grimmy the Bard. Zeron 4K, an old school watcher of mine, came in, popped in, and gave us a wonderful subscription. So thank you, Zeron. I hope you can see this in the future and know that we are giving our thanks because, again, one of my older viewers from back in the day when I used to stream video games. So thank you, Zeron, for popping back in and throwing down a sub. King Argaroth, Mortuist, and everything for following. We have Cool Grandma that resubscribed. I didn't realize that was today. I was AFK. Thank you for the resubscription, Grandma. 2 months, so you're amazing. And I hope that we have provided you with enough entertainment to continue giving and giving and giving as much as you are giving us. So Gronk, again with the host. Constant and always welcome. Grandma for the 11 bits, and then Jolly just now with a happy Valentine's, y'all. Let's make another month subscribed. Hoopla Hit Texas and Jolly Green. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Like I said, we all appreciate it. All the funds go into making the stream as good as we can possibly make it. Our production value every time we get a donation goes up. Our donations get bigger. All kinds, or excuse me, not our donations, our giveaways get bigger, all kinds of stuff like that. So, I will say this, if you are not following, throw down a follow. If you've got a Prime sub, throw down a Prime sub. Come hang out with us on YouTube, Discord, Facebook, and Twitter. We have them all. Instagram as well. All the links can be found below on the below the stream, and of course in the chat while we are doing our thing. So, thank you very much for sitting through all that. Let's quickly run through the fact that we do have a sponsor for the stream, and our sponsor is Dirt Cheap Dungeons. If you haven't seen the video, I have a video out on YouTube of the unboxing of the dungeons that we are going to be using here in the near future. So I hope you enjoy that. It is a wonderfully cheap alternative to some of the higher end dungeon tiles out there like Dwarven Forge and such, and quality, really good stuff. So check them out, and that is dirtcheapdungeons.com. And that's it for that. Secondly, and I think not just lastly, but secondly, I will say, let's talk about our monthly giveaway. So every month, if you're new to the stream, every month we give away free dice to people that are subscribed to the channel. So what is our giveaway this month, Ray?
So we are actually doing 2 sets of dice because y'all are awesome and we like you. So the first set I already have in hand and I can show you, but I'm sure Dan is also putting up a much better picture. It is from Dice Envy. It is their electric dice, which if you try to get it right now, it is sold out, folks. They do monthly subscription boxes, and this was from their January of 2020. This was their January 2020 subscription box. You can no longer get it. So you can only win it here. Probably not, but I like to think it. The other one is another Dice Envy, and I got it almost solely based on the name because I am a Labyrinth fan and a David Bowie fan, and it's called the Dice Goblin King dice set. And as soon as I got to their page, because I figured we should support the same dice maker this month instead of trying to get crazy, and so I got to their page and went, oh, we're getting that one. Purchased it. Everything's great. As far as I'm aware, that one's still available, but you should just try and win it next week. And you only have to be subscribed to the channel and here at break in order to win it. And then I don't know if we're saying anything about next month yet.
Are you talking about next month? So, let's go ahead and hold off for next month's giveaway. That way we can kind of build up a little bit of, tension about it.
It'll be really cool. That's all I'll say.
It'll be a surprise. Let's say that March is going to be the month that you want to be subscribed. Let's just say that, yeah?
100%.
So anyways, 2 dice giveaways this month. Because of your donations and because of your support to the stream, we are able to give away more to you guys for free. So thank you very much to everybody that is giving and supporting to the stream. Now it's coming back to you in fold. So thank you, Ray, for that. Also, if you are not in the know, we do a drink of the week. And Ray outdid herself this week with creating one of the most incredibly delicious looking drinks you could possibly think of. Go over to our Discord channel and check that out because it's absolutely incredible looking and I'm sure incredible tasting as, I took a look at it. But other than that, I think one of the last things I want to announce is the fact that we are going to be having a collaboration in March with many of the D&D community's creators and or streamers. Such names as, let me just make sure I have them all down so I don't forget anybody. Such names as Nikki Nerds Out. We're going to be having Fraz from the Gents. We're going to be having, let's see, Indigo Chameleon. We're going to be having the DM from Chasing Tales, and possibly, and Inanda1 will also be in it if you are following Inanda1. She will be in it for sure, and possibly we might be pulling in King Argaroth as well as a 6th and last player. Depends on his schedule. We're trying to figure things out. Anyways, the 13th of March, everybody mark it down, the 13th of March, in place of our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign, we will be running a Cyberpunk one-shot with the leads of all these communities to attempt to, of course, share communities. We're going to be doing a few giveaways that day to kind of make sure that everybody that is watching gets an opportunity to win a few goodies. So all kinds of fun stuff going to be happening that day. So be sure, I know it's not D&D, but I guarantee you will have as much, if not more fun, just because of how wacky it's going to be. It's going to be off the wall cyberpunk goodness. So yeah, be there or be square. And the 13th of March, mark it down. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for announcements. Guys, players, are you ready to go? Do you have anything more? Do you have anything else before we get started? All right. In that case,
no.
Let me go ahead and shut off the music. I swear to you, if the sound doesn't work this time, I don't know what to do. I tested it before the stream started and it worked perfectly. So let's go ahead and see if it works this time. Guys, get ready for the introduction and let's do it. Right. So, last we left off, our adventurers had just finished off the murderer of 10 towns. And as they had finished off the murder of 10 towns, they made their way back towards Caer Konig, meeting up with the Torgs Adventuring Company and letting them on their way, kind of bygones be bygones, and realizing that they had been released from the murderers, I guess, grip on their company. The team decided to let them go and bygones be bygones. Entering back into the city, Trovis kind of announcing again that even though they had just finished off what they were dealing with, there was some issues in the city that they had to recently endure. There seems to be some missing objects, some things being stolen around town, and of course, with a lack of evidence, Trovis is a bit underwhelmed. And they make their way back towards the Northern Light Inn to speak with Allie and Corey, who apparently have a little bit more information about what's going on, to basically be told the same thing that Trovis had said. They really don't have any idea, but they have small inklings, maybe it's dwarves, maybe it's not dwarves, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, kind of throwing different things around. After a bit of back and forth, Leodin realizes that something is wrong. She is still breathing cold air through her mouth, causing a bit of fog to come out of her mouth, even while indoors and warm. Abel himself suffering a bit of lasting damage from the fight previously in the form of a scar that seems to always be cold and blue. After realizing that there's not too much that they can do about it, especially in the moment, Trovis offers them a bit of respite, saying that there's a bit of a celebration going on in the tavern at the Hook, Line, and Sinker later on that night, and to also anybody that would be interested in a fishing trip can join along. And after some time getting ready and conversing about the situation at hand and what's to come, Trovis returns with a fishing pole and takes the boys out for a bit of a fishing trip as Grimly and Abel head out onto the ice and go fishing for some trout, some knucklehead trout. During that time, the ladies having conversations of their own back at the inn, finding out that Allie has a bit of a crush on Abel, attempting to gather some information about his personal life, but ending up just getting ready and saying that we'll see you later at the tavern. The fishing trip goes well as Trovis reels in a large knucklehead trout, gathering a bit of help from the two gentlemen that came on the trip with him, giving them a bit of his own custom ale that he makes. And deciding that after catching that fish after a good hour's time on the ice, it was a good time to turn in and go and have a good time at the hook, line, and sinker. After arriving at the hook, line, and sinker, they realized that this was a large get-together. The entirety of the town was in attendance. Everybody was jovial and having a good time. As everybody is getting inebriated for the night, it seems that Olanu would take this opportunity to step out and kind of double check the area to see maybe she could figure out what might be happening with all these stolen items. As she goes out to investigate, she realizes that there are footprints around town that don't belong necessarily to those that she is familiar with. Some small medium-sized humanoid footprints leading out the northern part of the town, eventually meeting up with quite large footprints, to her knowledge being that of an ogre. As she heads back to the tavern, she relays the information to the team. Kinraba, being interested in what is going on, joins her and kind of reciprocates the information that she has already found. As the team gets to the tipping point of drinking too much, they make their way back towards the Northern Light Inn to call it a night. And in doing so, Grimly gives forth a prayer to Helm. Abel just snoring away the night. Kin having one last talk with Trovis before heading to sleep herself, and Leodin helping, of course, the boys get some water and kind of playing mom of the party and making their way back up. Olanu, heading to sleep, finally finds herself in the middle of a vision or a dream as she goes to sleep for the night. And as she awakes in the vision or awakes in the dream, she finds that the building that she is in is caught in a blaze of fire. Everything around her seems to be crashing down and crumbling. Attempting to reach out even to her companion, being that of a small baby griffin, she realizes that the griffin is not responding to her and goes to touch it, and it disappears into a cloud of dust, a cloud of snow and ash. As she makes her way out of the building, she can find that nothing is as it seems. The team is nowhere to be found, and the building is crashing down around her. As she crashes out the front door, she falls down on her chest and looks up into the sky, looks up in front of her to see that there are people on fire, buildings on fire, children without their parents yelling out for help and screaming as Olanu, a burst of heat hits her back and she goes unconscious. And that's where we will pick up today's session as we swap back over. So, let me hit the music. Olanu, the intense heat strikes your back, and the second it hits your back, you snap up out of your bed, and you are drenched in sweat.
Percy. She runs over to where he normally perches himself in the room.
As you say Percy's name as such, Percy like jumps out of a mid sleep.
Okay. Wait, it was just a dream. Where's that fucking dwarf? She gets her stuff on and she goes out of her room, goes over to Grimly and Abel's room and starts pounding on the door.
All right. By this time, it is, you feel like you've been fully rested, Olanu, even though it may not have been the best night's sleep. And Grimly and Abel, roll me Constitution saving throws, please.
15.
Oh my
Natural
God. Are you serious? Starting off the stream right. Very nice.
Alcohol poisoning.
Abel, you are snoring away still. Completely and utterly passed out to the world. And Grimly, as you find yourself having yet again another reoccurring dream, as it comes to a crescendo in your dream at a terrible moment, boom, 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 awakes you.
Oh. What?
Grimly, open the door!
One moment. Abel, wake up.
Yeah, Abel, after you
I'll go over and open the door.
get kicked from Grimly, you find yourself awake, but like with a splitting headache. And it seems that the alcohol may have had an effect on your current
Why
status.
do people kick me to wake me up?
It does seem a bit reoccurring at this point. Grimly gets to the door.
I'll slowly open it. What?
Olanu's hand comes out and she pushes the door open. You! I have never had dreams like this until I've met you. Make it go away.
If I knew how to do that, I'd make my own go away. What happened? What? Are you okay?
First, there was the dream where I woke up out in the middle of the town, and now I'm having dreams of this town on fire. What is going on?
I don't know. My dreams, they're of the past. They haunt me. This doesn't sound like something that's happened before.
There was something you said about eyes and... So the first dream I had, I was walking up a hill, chasing after... Anyway, he turned around and his face wasn't there. It was just bright light coming from his eyes and his mouth.
Were they red?
No, it was just bright light.
Could be you have some demons of your own.
No.
Well, they don't necessarily have to be from your past. They could be after you. I'm sorry to hear that this is happening to you. I know how rough it can be. Just try and calm down and maybe get some water, and let's get the others up.
She walks out.
I promise you, it's not me doing this.
Let's see.
Grimly, as you are, or as she kind of storms away, you see Abel, of course, rolling to wake up and kind of struggling, but you have a strong feeling, and the feeling and the strong sense is coming from your pack, and it's the same feeling you've had before, many times before this. There's something in there that basically is calling your name.
I'm gonna walk over and slowly unpack it and sit on the bed.
It sits
Pull
in
out my
front of
book.
you, and it's almost as if like your vision kind of, while you're looking at it, it like zooms in and out and kind of warbles as you stare at the book, and you open it. Where do you open it to?
Where I always start. The last entry I had.
It's still there.
And then I'll flip through a few pages forward.
As you flip a few pages forward, you stop on the page that you know has had an image before. And as you stop for just a second yet again, you see a strange image to the surface and then dissipate. And secondly, after the image appears and then disappears, slowly appearing back onto the page, but this time taking up the entirety of the fold, you see an obscure drawing or image, almost as if it had been sketched in the book by itself, of a large, what looks like female Goliath from behind, holding a torch in her hand against the edge of a building. The image suddenly disappears as you get but a moment to glance at it, and suddenly another image. From a downward angle, almost as if looking up towards the barbarian's chin, you can see flames within her eyes and an evil smirk across her face, as the words below the image inscribe themselves in ash, saying, "Ice burns those who get too close."
I'll shut the book.
You shut the book, and as you shut the book, it releases like a puff of ash into the air.
Something's not right, Abel.
What happened?
There's conflicting thoughts going through my head. One, Olanu's scared. So scared she's angry. She saw a fire. And now I'm seeing her the one causing it.
Is it in that journal?
Yes. Although I don't know how trustful I can be of this thing that torments me. Honestly, it's only warned me. It led me to you guys. We'll have to keep an eye on Iceheart for now.
I suppose so.
Anyways, we should get ready for the day.
As you all are kind of awaking to the sound of Olanu stomping down the hallway back to her room, knocking down not knocking down, but basically knocking down the front door of the inn, you hear muffled commotion from downstairs.
I'll get my things together and go ahead and head downstairs.
Okay. Grimly, as you appear downstairs first, you are met with what looks like currently Corey and a strange man you haven't seen before, but he looks to be in search of Olanu Iceheart. No, I'm sorry. He basically says, well, for instance, 1 second. I have been handed a gift from the gods. All right, now we can start the session.
Smooth.
Gods.
All right, run it back.
Now we can get down to business.
Oh, I'm fat, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Okay, it's difficult to get into while sitting.
I'm starting to get an actual headache, acting like I have a headache.
It's that placebo effect, man. All right. Okay. Whew. There we go. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Grimly, you come down to the scene of a man arguing with Corey. Corey is holding what looks like a rolling pin in her hand and is currently waving it at the man. And the man steps in. Where is she? Where is she? I need them. Kinrava, did she stay here the night? You hear Corey is basically like, who stays here is none of your business. What do you want?
Calm down. What's going on down here?
They both look at you, and as they look at you, Corey is about to speak, and the man basically takes his arm and pushes Corey to the side. The dogs, you must come.
Hold on. I need to get the others before we go anywhere. What's going on?
Go get Kinrava. I'm sure she'll know. And the tall one.
Okay, just wait here a moment.
There's been an accident.
An accident.
Go! You're wasting time! Go!
I'll run upstairs for the others. Hey! Come out here! I'll go bang on Olanu and lay it in Kenraba's doors one at a time.
Good morning. You don't need to bang. I'm awake.
Did you have anything right for me?
No. There's a commotion downstairs. I think you should come with me real quick.
Oh, all right.
All right. Kinrava will follow grimly downstairs with Omen on her shoulder.
I will tell Cuckoo to come on and grab my stuff and go downstairs.
Okay. And he kind of just does the whole cat stretch, basically sticks his paws out, sticks his butt in the air as he wakes up for the morning.
When he kills us, it's gonna be so sad.
And as you make your way downstairs, Corey has already returned to her spot, and you see, you currently see a tennis sitting down at one of the tables, and he's wringing out kind of like, not wringing it out, but wringing the hat in nervousness. He's wringing one of his large, flat-topped Russian-style hats that he wears. And as soon as he sees you all like come downstairs, he stands up. There was an accident at the Frozen Far expedition. Follow me.
What happened?
I'm not quite sure, but I think one of your dogs may be missing. There was things that were stolen from us again.
Of course.
Follow me.
Okay.
And he leads you outside. And begins to like, of course he puts all his gear back on and begins to like shuffle quickly towards the Frozen Far expeditions to the north.
Corey, could you let Trovus know what's happening while we go and see to this?
Of course, hon.
Thank you.
And you guys follow?
Yes.
Yes.
He stops probably a good 100 feet or so away from the building that is you're attempting to go to, and he looks back towards the group, and you can see from a distance, without even having to get there, that there is where the dogs were being held outside, there is broken wood. The gate looks to have been smashed in or something. The door to the Frozen Far expedition is hanging on its hinges. It looks like there is something that went on over there as you approach. And as you're approaching as well, you can see him kind of like holding on to like the back of his head as you get closer.
Were you
What
attacked
happened?
during the night?
Yes, I just woke up not too long ago.
What happened?
During the night, I heard some commotion over at the Frozen. Excuse me, my accents are getting all fucked up. The Frozen Far expeditions. I went to check it out, and there was broken wood, and the door had been broken in. I went to go check and see what was happening. The dogs were all scattered about outside of the pen. And as I crossed the threshold of the door, I felt a large strike across the back of my head, and I passed out.
You didn't see anyone actually performing this attack? Or...
I didn't see anything.
Oh.
And he says, as a matter of fact, the only reason I'm awake now is because one of the dogs were licking me on the face to wake me up in the morning.
You said one of our dogs was missing.
Yes, I did a head count. I am missing one as well. Your other one is right over there.
Okay. She'll walk over towards... Which one is it, Sarah or Molly?
As you approach, and the singular dog sticks its head up out of the group to see that you are approaching and gets excited, you note that this one is Molly. It seems Sarah is nowhere to be seen.
Do we see tracks or anything in the snow around?
Yeah, you can
we look
roll
around?
to kind of investigate the area. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me. And if somebody is helping you, you can roll that as well.
I'll help as well.
Okay. Yeah. So either two people roll or
They were
one
both
with
the
advantage.
same.
Okay, Grim, what you got?
17.
17. Grim, as Olanu is picking up Molly. Excuse me.
No, Molly.
Molly.
Sarah's the one
As-
that's missing.
Exactly. Sorry, I wrote down Sarah. Never mind. As you go and help to pick up Molly, Grimly, you are checking out the surrounding area, and you note that there are fresh, medium footprints scattered about the entire area. And as you are looking and searching about them, you note that there is a bit of sled drag marks as well. And as you look around the area, you also notice that the sleds that you had previous to this are also missing.
That's not good. Iceheart,
One, of course, being Ian's, and one, of course, being the one you had purchased.
Iceheart, are these the prints that you saw yesterday?
Are they the same ones or are they fresher?
They're fresher. They're much fresher. But I
But are
mean,
they
they're the
the
same
ones?
size.
They're new. And this, I would have noticed this. So it looks like they came back. Give me a moment. And she's going to kind of kneel down next to Molly, kind of put her head against hers and cast Speak with Animals. It's going to take a while, though.
Okay. So Olanu is going to cast Speak with Animals. The casting time, which is
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So, what is everybody else doing in this time as you see Olanu concentrating? Lead
I'd like to follow where the direction these tracks go.
Okay.
Just to follow them out of town.
Yeah. Lead in, what were you doing?
I want to go investigate inside Far Frozen to see if there was anything taken in there while the guy was knocked out.
Yeah, sure. So Leodin, you enter the building and you see that again the door is hanging off its hinges basically, and the room has been tossed about. There is all kinds of climbing gear, rope, and everything you could think of to help climb a mountain has been tossed around the room. To state that something is clearly missing would be very difficult. But it seems that a lot of shit has also been left. Maybe they couldn't carry it all. Maybe they were looking for something specific. But you don't know exactly if something is missing per se. You assume, maybe.
So, really quickly, did you have anything of value, importance, something somebody might want to take from you other than your store equipment? Like, would there be a reason someone would do this but not take everything?
I mean, unless they wanted to climb a mountain, I don't know why they would steal my things. Last time I had someone steal something, it was my scrimshaw, my carvings.
Right.
I don't know if they've got a thing for carvings, but why would they take the dogs? Why would they come and break down my building?
So, are you telling me that the necklace that they took, or the pearls and the beads that they took, weren't
Aye.
real? They were carvings, like out of bone
Aye?
or out of wood? All right. Okay. So if we go looking for these folk, would you mind if we borrowed some of your equipment?
What are you looking for?
Well, we're gonna go in the direction they went, and they went towards a mountain, so we might need some of the climbing stuff.
Surely. Take what is needed.
Thank you. She's gonna get crampons and some rope and a few of the pythons.
Okay, mark it
Crampons
down.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark it all down. Write it down. Whatever you need. All that they have is climbing gear, so nothing more than just your basic climbing gear. So Titans,
Okay.
crampons, snowshoes, cold weather. No, they don't even have cold weather gear. It's just all climbing gear. So
I figure everybody has snowshoes, so I'm not worried about that, but she's gonna get pitons and crampons and a little bit of rope for everybody, and then say that she'll return the crampons and the pitons if they, or pay for them if they're unreturnable.
that's fine. You can have it. He will give it to you. Olanu. Your spell goes off, and as you go to speak with animals, you are kind of kneeling down on the ground with one knee on the ground and kind of like placing your hand against, Molly's head and kind of petting her during this moment. And suddenly, as you go to speak with animals, your eyes alight with blue. As they shine blue, you look at Molly, and Molly's eyes kind of light up a bit of blue as well. As you have a bit of a connection, it seems.
Molly, what happened last night?
I'm not sure. 1 minute we were sleeping, and then all of a sudden, the wood exploded. Broke down to the ground. Where's Sarah?
I was gonna ask you the same.
Sarah
She's not
floated
here.
away.
Floated.
She didn't use her feet.
Did you see anything? Any weird smells?
Yes. Bad smells.
Can you describe them?
Smells like fire
Fire?
and old dirt.
Dirt. Did you hear anything other than the explosion?
Footsteps.
Large?
No, but many.
Do you think you could help track the smells that you smelled last night?
Maybe.
That way we can find Sarah.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, Molly's gonna help us. She smelled fire and old dirt during the events last night. She said that the wood exploded while they were sleeping, and Sarah floated away.
Floated?
Yeah, she didn't use her feet. And she smelled specifically the smell of fire and old dirt during this. So see if she can help us track those smells,
That might
as well
be
as following footprints.
that might be an idea, and if we were going to follow these footprints, we best head off immediately. We don't
Yes.
want the snow to cover them up.
Yeah.
I've already told Corey to inform Trovus of what's happening, so he'll know what's going on anyway. If we head out straight away, we can...
Yeah. Abel, roll me a d4 for me, please.
1.
Okay, the weather right now is very light. The snow is not very heavy. It seems to be like a light drift. And it's the morning time for Nightwind Dale or Icewind Dale. So yeah, it's basically Nightwind Dale. Let's be honest.
It really
is.
It's morning time for Icewind Dale, so it's kind of like that weird twilight, look to it.
Are Leodin and Abel looking okay? I mean, I know Abel looks like he's just, come out from probably a blender, but how do those two look now?
In terms of what? What do you mean?
Like, are they
excuse me. Leodin would have woken up and realized, of course, that she is still spouting that smoke. Abel, you, of course, would have realized, again, that that cold feeling on your chest is still there. Although dampened, it is still a little cold to the touch. It's not necessarily like cold in your chest anymore. Like you don't feel it inside where your lungs are or your heart or anything like that. It's almost like a surface feeling of coldness to it. And you look down and the scar is still a tint of blue from your skin color.
Is it still? So it's getting better, but it's just okay.
Right, and the scar, it seems to be healing miscolored. Like it's not like I said, not the same color as like Grimly's scar across the eye or something like that. It is a shade of blue.
Okay.
Grimly, you go out to follow the footprints and you begin to realize that they lead off into the wilderness northwards of the city. And as you kind of step far enough away to still be able to see the party, but a distance away, you can see the sled tracks lead and the small footprints lead to a set of large footprints. Two very large footprints in the snow that seem to continue northward.
Okay, I'll head back. It's definitely the group from last night.
Yeah.
Did you say you spoke to Torvin already? Or Torvis?
Trovis.
Trovis? Who?
Trovis is going to be getting informed by Corey, so he'll know where we're heading. He can't leave the town, but at the very least he'll be able to keep an eye on things as we investigate. And we should head out immediately before the weather gets any worse.
I agree.
All right, let's go.
What's the shopkeeper? Is the shopkeeper still there?
Yeah, he's sitting down currently, like talking to Leodin without looking at her. He just has his head down and like has his hand against the back of his head, where you can see like a visible like egg, like a knot on the back of his head.
Just gonna say, hey, let Trovis know where we're headed, and see if he can find out if anything else was taken from town.
Very well, if that is what you want.
We'll make sure to get your things back for you.
Please do.
Sorry this happened to you.
Sorry for your sleds and your dog. I know you'd come into town for the first time and this is what happens. It's not the best first impression. And Ken
Rava, things.
I'm sorry if I broke any kind of trust you may have had in me.
Oh, I wouldn't worry anything about that. I don't trust anyone, so we should start heading off now.
Just making sure there's nothing else you can remember about any sounds or smells or anything you might have, like, that happened last night before you were knocked unconscious.
I had woken up to the sound of breaking wood. Made my way out there, walked through the door, and was smashed against the head. I don't remember anything, and I didn't see anything either.
Alright.
But
Where
there
did
was
you wake up?
still noise.
Were you inside your shop? Or were you outside?
I was inside my shop.
Alright.
The shop, when I got hit against the head, it did not look like this.
That's good to know.
I wonder
He
what
just
they
kinda
take
rubs
all
his
these
head.
things for.
What was that, Abel?
I wonder what they're taking all these things for. It seems to be strange collection that they're making.
Possibly, but I'm starting to have my suspicions on something else now. We should head out.
All right. I guess we're on foot, folks.
Fine.
As you all take a moment to begin strapping on your snowshoes, you kind of are able to kind of wake up for the morning, basically. You do have a long night's rest before you, so you are all healed up. You have all your spells back, everything that's that you get from a long rest. So everything is back and fine. And as you strap all your things on, Olanu, you can of course take Molly in hand. As Molly begins to kind of sniff the area, she kind of looks back up at you and then looks back out into the wilderness.
Okay, lead on.
All right, and then Molly begins to kind of slowly and surely kind of sniff a few things, and then kind of run out, and then sniff a few things and run out, and continue on into the distance as everybody follows them. And as we get going, we get raided by Nikki. So thank you, Nikki,
Yay!
for that raid.
Nikki!
Everybody from Nikki's stream, welcome. We are stepping out and walking into the wilderness as we speak. We are making our way into in between
Making our way downtown.
Caer Konig and Kelvin's Cairn, the large mountain in the distance. Let's see. Let's get some
Sup, nerds?
I love that.
music going.
What's up, nerds?
Iceheart, next time you talk to the dogs, will you ask them not to eat the fox?
Okay. I don't
Thank you.
think that was on their mind, but okay.
The fox is afraid. That's all I'm asking.
I didn't know that you
Okay.
could speak with animals, Iceheart.
My clan, I don't know if worship is the right term, but we praise
Revere.
the spirits of nature, essentially, the beast spirits of nature. So that is the type of warrior that I am. I connect with the spirit of the bear. And through that, I have certain abilities that I can use.
I'm just learning so much about everybody today. And last night, it's great.
Speaking of learning, you mentioned that Molly said that the other dog floated away, correct?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was literal or just what she could see, like if there was a big hand maybe that pulled her away, or if there was a magic user that could make things float with its mind.
I'm starting to think it's not so much that, but magic may be involved.
I don't know
Everyone's kept mentioning that they've been able to hear something, but they haven't seen anything. There's magic that can hide one from sight, there's magic that can allow you to teleport into one location and then immediately leave. My former mentor was very well crafted in the arcane arts, but I don't know how that would work on the surface, but
All right.
Well, we should get going.
yes.
Oh, I thought we were going.
Yeah, just kind of walking and talking kind of thing.
Yeah, we're walking and talking. Walking and
And
talking.
at this point, this is a wonderful time to get chat involved. From those that are joining us from Nikki's stream. First off, thank you, Cervanti 2K for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Nat1 family. This is an opportunity that we like to do every once in a while to get chat involved into our game. You guys are going to be deciding what is going to happen in the near future with our adventurers. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to put up a poll in chat. So if you are familiar with polls in chat, you go all the way up to the top of chat, and there will be an option to bring down a window, and you can vote 1 through 4, and this will be for our random encounter of this session. So you can choose 1 through 4. I already have pre-written what those 1 through 4 options entail. And so what we're gonna do now is just throw it over to you guys. You can choose 1 through 4, and whichever one wins is what our adventurers are going to fight or go up against. So here we go.
Last time, we got a talking fox.
Pick
Last
number
time
3,
you got
my
a talking
lord.
fox. Exactly. Last time you got a talking fox. So 1 through 4, guys. You can put in bits, 100 bits to vote twice, or you can use channel points to also vote more than once. It's up to you guys. The more you watch, the more value your vote has. So put in your votes now. See what you end up giving them. You know what's funny is actually I totally could do something right now, but I don't have it prepped and ready. We have a fun little it's like the music is very shopkeepery, but it's also good for like Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can play it real quick.
Elevator music.
Yes, it's like
put on
perfect for these.
hold.
It's perfect for these like little moments like this.
Arthur spent 2,500 channel points.
All right, here we go. Let's play this music.
Fox really is trying to kill us.
Here's our
You
voting music
shut
here.
Your mouth.
What happens on a tie?
No.
We'll just do a revote. On a tie.
Just keep the tie going forever, y'all.
Don't keep the tie going forever. Don't make me flip a coin. All right, so we have 6 on 2 and 6 on 4. So we'll go ahead and do a new poll.
2 or 4.
2 or 4. Poll is starting again. Ladies and gentlemen, just click up top. Hope you enjoy our voting music.
I feel like 4 is a very good number.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Mario meets Jeopardy. I had Animal Crossing, I had Pokemon, I had like a game show, all kinds of good stuff to throw at this, like when I described it to him, when he gave it to me.
Reminds me of Game Boy Color.
Yes, very, very
Oh my
like
god.
old school.
You're making me feel my age, goddammit. Stop.
Feel your age?
I know. I'm like, wait a minute.
I don't want to remember Game Boy Color.
Hey, and it kind of ends almost right in time as the vote comes to an end. It looks like 2 is our winner. Cool Grandma
I
contributing.
just want everyone to remember, I thought 4 was the better one.
We will all remember that here in the future once we realize what we got.
Oh, jeez.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the other options. And I guess just don't read chat. It will be a spoiler.
It's down there.
As for our adventurers. And let's actually we'll swap to this, that way you can get a better view. For everybody that is involved in chat, this is what you voted for.
I'll hide chat. Ah.
Okay. So 2-1 out. I hope you enjoy the outcome. Here we go. So swapping back to our team. Right now,
This does not bode
also
well.
no spoilers in chat. Please do not throw down what I had just posted up. We are going to move over to, as you guys make your way through the icy tundra towards the mountains in the north. You eventually find your way into a bit of kind of like a bowl. It's the formation of the snow kind of lifts up on either side of you and eventually kind of gradually comes down on either side. But as you continue forward into this bowl, was it a 20 or a bumble or a 1? I missed that. Anyways, sorry, I'm totally jacked up. Not looking at chat. Okay. You guys make your way into this bowl, and as you are making your way into said bowl, I need Leodin to make me a perception check, please.
All right. It's still less than 30 seconds. That is a 20. Nope, 22. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God for your out the ass perception. Thank you.
So with a 300 perception,
Yeah.
you look out and can see beyond the veil. But yeah, no, you are. What did you roll again? I'm sorry, say again.
22.
Good. Okay. Therefore, I will take you all on a trip real quick.
For whatever reason, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be anything.
Are we going to
why?
rage?
This is going
He's
to
taking
be
us on
a trip over to this map.
Oh.
And I will take chat over here as well.
Oh my God, it's blue. I'm not seeing the face of God.
You still kind of are.
You,
Oh, no.
Just a little bit.
Yet.
All right, and let's do a little placement. So Olanu, excuse me, not Olanu. Let's talk about marching order. So Olanu and Molly, I assume, up front, and then we have. Let's see. I will place Molly's token as you have taken her along with you.
Uh-oh.
She is a wolf. You know, stats-wise.
Aw.
And Olanu
We need to know that.
close behind. Olanu, you're tiny. What happened?
It's so cute.
That nightmare really messed her up.
You're so baby.
Puts
All right,
away
marching
my-
order. Who's behind
now
who?
barely taller than Grimly. I had been talking to Iceheart, so I'm gonna be right behind her.
I'll be in the middle.
Baby.
Oh, so little!
I'll be behind Leodin.
Okay, Kin behind Leodin. Just a
Oh my gosh,
baby.
we're all little. How?
And I will put Omen just kind of like right over top, or not over top, but like kind of next to you.
Yeah. Watch him fucking die again.
I guess I'll
Eat
be in the
that
back
bird.
because it takes me longer to keep up.
Grim with his tiny little legs. His token is to size.
He's not that small, guys.
Come on,
No.
5 foot.
No, he's actually a tall dwarf, and we just keep making fun of him. Short.
I know.
All right. So it looks like this is where we're at.
Sorry.
Leodin, because of your cheating, you are able to see some weird shuffling in the snow up ahead. as you will be able to see what looks like ice crystals sticking up out of the snow. Now, that wouldn't necessarily stand out to you as strange. I mean, there's ice crystals everywhere. There's kind of all kinds of stuff here in Icewind. But these ice crystals seem to be shuffling under the snow, like something is underneath said ice crystals. And you see 3 sets of them. And as you all approach in your marching order.
I don't like ice things anymore.
No, they're quite
Get my D20 out.
That's so pretty.
Just
I have
the
a hand
one?
on it.
You see just to the north of you, you see the shards in the ice burst out of the snow. And as they burst out of the snow, what you see is like some strange lizard-like, frog-like, ice crystal-covered creature. Several of them, as a matter of fact. And you will see something that looks like these. And
Oh god.
show you here as well.
Interesting.
Nope, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, this is not gonna happen. Alright. These things have a picture, and I will show it to chat. Maybe? I might have just imported their tokens. That is not a problem. That is not a problem at all. So what I'm gonna do, actually, is I will just take this, I will add said image, and boom, and now we have what you guys are going up against. So this will be here. Boom. These bad boys pop up out of the snow right next to you. And they go to make an attack. But Leodin, you notice them soon enough to not allow them to get a sneak attack on you. But, unfortunately, as you look to the north, you mistakenly leave the south wide open. And in a pincer-like attack, jumping up from the other side, 3 more of these creatures appear and attack the party, and before you even have a chance to do anything, the 3 attack in a sneak attack round. So this is going to be, let's go with battle music. Where are you? Combat music. So the 3 that are currently jumping out of the snow at you leap out with these large icicle-like claws, and they open their mouth, and you can see that their teeth are actually made of like long shards of ice. As they leap out towards you, they are going to start making attacks. The first one is going to be at, let's see, Olanu, as Sarah makes a fucking bolt out of there. The second these things jump out and scare the shit out of her. Let's see, 5 to 10, 15, 20, 25. Boom, boom, and straight at the closest person being Kin. All right, so what's gonna happen is they have a nasty multi-attack. So first off, Olanu. That's the first time that's ever happened. Just rolled 2 nat 20s on the first attack, or on the first 2 attacks. And the last one is going to miss. So 2 critical hits to start combat off with. I'm gonna throw myself a 20, but I didn't like it. That was crazy.
I
So
hope you got that gnome character ready.
yeah,
Seriously?
about that. So Two nat
It's gonna be the
20s
highest hit voice.
on the first hit, on the first attacker. The second attacker, that's cocked, will attack for plus 21, 17, and 15.
Oh, to hit. Okay.
Yes,
I was like, what do you mean?
to hit.
uh, sorry, can you repeat those again?
Yes, 24, 17, and 15.
All of them hit. 2 of them hit. 15 misses.
Okay, so 2 of them hit, 2 of them crit. Let's get the damage down. So that is going to be for the first creature that is attacking Olanu. For the crit,
Oh no.
that's 12 damage, piercing, and that is 7 damage cold. That is for the first attacker. The second attacker will deal 7 piercing and 3 cold. So 10 damage on the second attack.
You take half damage from cold though.
No, I do not. I'm not
No.
raging.
No, I thought you had cold resistance as a Goliath though.
That's for the
Yeah.
weather.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm standing.
All right. So how much total damage was that, as I didn't keep count?
It's 29.
Minus 29 points of damage. That's fun.
Yep.
All right, so it's 29. Looking good, looking good. Kin, 3 attacks on you. First one is going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Next one is going to be a 17 to
Wait,
hit.
I can't use reactions on surprise rounds, can I?
Yeah, you can. It's a reaction, right? I mean,
Oh.
a surprise round is still an attack towards you. It's just they go first before initiative rolls.
Oh, okay. In that case, I cast shield, so the 14 doesn't hit.
So 19
That hits.
a total. No, I'm sorry, 19 total. No, I'm sorry. What is your AC now? No.
My AC with shield goes up to actually 14, so yeah, the 14 would still hit.
Okay.
Wait,
no, that's not right. There's a
AC
way.
is 9?
I was like, what?
No, sorry. Bleh, my brain. Shield puts it up by
Plus
5,
5.
so my AC goes up to
Plus
16,
5.
yeah.
Okay, 16.
Yeah.
You're good. All
Yeah.
right. So
Sorry.
first 2
Yeah,
attacks
yeah.
actually miss. The last attack is a dirty 20. So only one hits as shield goes off. That is going to be a claw going after you. And that is going to be 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Now, at this point, now that they've all attacked, they've surprised the shit out of the party. Olanu, what happened to your HP? Why are you at 1? What did I miss?
That's what I'm at.
Oh!
Negative. You were at full, and then I took the HP away already.
I only have 30 max hit points. So they did 29 damage.
Wait, what? I thought you were at 35
Yeah,
max hit
35.
points.
That was temporary hit points from last battle.
Olanu. No, I have you down for max hit points at 35. Like from your character sheet. Like when you sent it to me back in the day.
Did I really? Did I mess
Yeah.
up?
I have 29 max. You have to have way more than me.
No, because I rolled poorly for my hit point.
Still got that con though.
Okay, I'll fix my character sheet on D&D Beyond later.
Yeah. The character sheet you sent me literally had max HP at 35, and that was before we even got into combat, like days
Okay.
ago or weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I missed
I'll say that we're at 35 and we can adjust it later. So
Okay.
take whatever hit points that you just subtracted and go ahead and put it back.
Okay.
So we move on to regular combat. So let's see. We are going to go ahead and roll for initiative, everybody.
Yay.
Oop, that is not what I want.
Okay.
You just add your initiative, your proficiency, or your initiative on your character
initiative.
sheet.
Okay, there we go.
Where's my roll for initiative? Let's
If
see.
it's got an initiative place, you just add the initiative.
There we go. That's fixed.
I have to
Oh, so I'm at 6.
put my roll for initiative video here. Ladies and gentlemen, roll for initiative. There we go. That's better. So let's do the thing. Let's go down the line. First off, Grimly, what do you got?
13.
Lead him.
10.
Olanu.
7.
Nice. Abel.
19.
Kin.
18.
All right. That means at this point, Abel. These creatures attack from behind as you see Leodin points off to the north. Look out! As they jump out of the snow and make themselves present, you see Kinrava take a slash to the back, and Olanu is literally being tackled by 2 of them as she fights and fends them off. They are biting and scratching her body.
Still hungover and has a splitting headache. He kind of hesitates for a second. I don't know if y'all see this on Roll20, but a lot of everybody's like in between squares.
Yeah, you are. Abel, you, because of your mental status, you feel like this combat scenario, the surprise attack and everything that's going on, sobers you up immediately.
Got it. I will step up this way, which will cause an attack of opportunity if this guy wants to take it.
Yeah, I guess he would because you guys are all in a line. Well, he attacked Kinrava, so he would be here technically. So you wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have left it just yet.
So I'll move this way, and I will still move away to incur an attack of opportunity.
Okay, all right, you got it. Fine, I guess I'll attack you. That is a 13 to hit.
13 just misses.
Just misses. All right. So the creature attacking Kin throws up a shield and it's like biting against the outer portions of the body on Kin, and soon sees you like run past and makes a slash towards you, but it's too late.
So I like dive out of the way, dive into the snow,
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
up on one knee, pull my longbow out, and just shoot 2 arrows at the one that's right next to Kinrava.
You do a very excellent dive roll as you shoot yourself straight and roll and shoot your arrow. As soon as you land, go for it. Make attacks.
Oh God! 9 to hit.
Misses,
So
unfortunately.
natural 2.
Oh boy, 1 and 2 so
Okay, and
far for Abel.
That's a 26 to hit.
It barely hits.
And this one does extra damage because of my Gloomstalker ability.
Sure.
Oof. 15 points of damage.
Damn! Alright. Abel, you lunge forward, and as you lunge forward, you go to grab an arrow, and the first arrow like is misplaced in your quiver as you had like come up out of the snow, causing you to kind of waft the first attack and make you have to search for the second one. And then thunk, lets off an arrow and pierces the creature directly on the neck that is on Olanu, and as it struggles to breathe, Olanu like grabs it off of her and crushes its neck and throws it against the ground as it dies.
I was attacking the one on Kinrava.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said Olanu. Kinrava.
I may have said Kinrava.
Nope. Kin, the one that is biting you currently, it's about to make an attack at you, opens its mouth wide to like bite at your face, and an arrow pierces through the back of its throat and through its mouth. And it dies.
Fall
right
back,
there.
Kin, fall back. That's my
All right.
turn.
Leads us to Kin. Now it's your turn.
Okay then. Kindrava is going to very much take that advice and step back over to here.
Mhm.
How far away are these three over on the north?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 40 to 50 feet.
Okay then, in that case, she is going to... You know what, I'm going to take a small little risk here, why not? She is going to cast Ice Knife at 2nd level,
Ooh.
and she is going to change its damage type to fire.
Right on. Do the thing.
She's going to target the middle one in that group of 3 up there.
Yep, you got it.
So roll an attack roll first. That is 21 to hit.
Okay, that also barely hits.
So that is 1d10 piercing damage first. So this might be 10. Here we go. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And now I've also got to roll, let me check, Ice Knife at 2nd level. That is 3d6.
They all fail. They're safe. Every one of them.
Oh,
That was the chuckle.
3d6. Oh, that's good, that's good. 6, 5, 5. That's 16 points of fire damage?
Jesus
To
Christ.
each one of them
Yes. Well, with everyone within 5 feet of that one middle one.
takes 3d6 damage.
I
Oh,
cast
because of
at
level
2nd
2.
level.
Son
Yeah.
of a gun. How much damage? 16?
16 points of fire
Does
damage.
the initial target take that damage as well, or is it just the people on in the 5?
I think it's everyone.
Initial
who-
person takes that damage too.
Let me see. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss the shards and explode. The target and each creature within 5 feet of
Okay,
it must
so
succeed on
everybody.
dexterity save.
Explodes. Yeah. Abel, Trey, I see you nodding your head on a lot of questions that I have, or a lot of things that come up. If you know something, or if you got something, don't be afraid to just shoot it my way and just let me know what it says in the book. I am not a genius when it comes to all kinds of stuff. So, being
I
that
want to be the
you
backseat
probably-
DM.
No. It doesn't have to be like every single time, but if you know something for sure, if you know something for a fact, it saves us time to have to go and look something up. So, that being said, also, the ice knife goes off as Kin, you back up and like all of a sudden you place both your hands out, and as you place both your hands out, a large amount of ice shards begin to form in your hands and then suddenly begin to glow that orangish red as they shoot forward, smash into the center troglodyte, and explode into a like shard field of these crystalline ice knife particles, causing like where it hit to shotgun out and sticking out of the snow like in a I guess you could say like a radius around that area is now just like ice knife particles sticking up out of the snow currently, and all the troglodyte are riddled with these things as they all fall to the ground dead.
Suck fire damage, creatures.
Abel Grimly, you're up.
Well, that changed a lot. So you're like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna run up to Olanu. And cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So let me do that real quick.
That's what I did. Okay.
It's 1d8 plus 3. That is 8 points of healing.
I will take it.
And then bonus action cast. No, I'm just gonna strike this one in front of her. My battle axe. Wait, Cure Wounds is an action. Never mind.
I was about to say, you've got
Sorry.
you got a bonus and you got
Yeah.
a little bit of movement still.
I guess I'll just move around our other side and try to draw the attention of the other one.
Okay. You got it. Now it is Leodin's turn.
Oh, cool. So she is going to look and see that there are only 2 of them left, so this works. And she's going to cast Bane at the 2nd level. And if they could both make a charisma saving throw against 14.
Bane at first level does 3 targets.
Oh, you're correct. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
So I'm just going to cast it at first.
They one of them is baned.
Okay.
The second target, which we will assume the further target, is not baned.
All right. So the closer target, of course, as you know, has to subtract a d4 from their attack and saving throws.
You got it.
I love Bane.
Yeah. And then
Me too. Sorry.
I don't.
Oh God! Never mind.
Sorry for that. Anyways.
I think that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Okay, they are baned, or one of them is at least baned.
God damn it!
And we pick back up.
born in the darkness.
In the cold.
no.
I was born in the cold. Olanu, before you can go, unfortunately, the troglodytes that are currently attacking do their things. So one of them is going to attack you, and one of them is going to attack Grimly. So the one that attacks you has 3 attacks, and we'll make them right now, but they will subtract d4 from each of their rolls.
Thank God.
So the
So
first
good.
one does a -1 hit?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh wait, no.
All right. Does a 14 hit?
No.
And does a 12 hit? Okay. Well, Bane demolished those rolls because
For the win!
I rolled 4, 4, and 3 on Bane. So, anyways, the next attacks will go on to Grimly. So as the creature that is like on top of you, Olanu, is attacking, suddenly you see that its like face kind of lulls, and it looks like angry, like it's still trying to like attack, but its strength has almost been drained from it. It gives you the opportunity to like pull it off of you and throw it into the snow in front of you. All right, and then Grimly, that is 3 attacks on you. First attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Second one is going to be a
After-
12.
Oh, it
Oh,
doesn't.
go ahead.
Sorry, never mind.
Okay, so 19 to hit. The next one is going to be a 12 to hit
Nope.
and 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so one of them hits, the first one, and the first one is going to do 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of cold damage, so 9 total.
Ow.
The creature goes to town on your armor. As you hold up your shield, it begins to like scrape around the sides of the shield, causing it to like scrape across your face, but like barely, but it's reaching in to attack. Okay, and then we pick up at Olanu. It is finally your turn.
Yay. There's only 2 left.
There is.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to use Rage or not, which I'm gonna go with no.
I'm sorry I saved the team, he says.
What more do you want from me?
So she's gonna draw her large axe and swing down on the one in front of Grimly, because he doesn't seem to be affected by whatever Leodin just did.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to hit Grimly's target, go for it.
So 15.
15 hits.
Perfect. D12. Oh, Jesus. Not that one, apparently. 5 damage.
Yeah.
Did you roll 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
Some sick. I mean, to be honest, in kind of going what she just went through in an attack phase. She didn't have her axe out. She was attacked by 2 of these creatures. She just threw one off of her, and just given enough time to pull it off her back and make a swing. She does 5 damage towards it as it jumps out of the way as it is trying to attack Grimly's shield. All right. Then that leaves us with Molly. Molly's gonna run pass underneath Leodin's legs and make an attack at the creature. And Molly is a wolf, so it will. What the hell? Why is it? Oh, it's okay. Let's see. The wolf does a +4 to hit. That is a 23. So that hits. And we will say that you are allies, so it gets pack tactics.
Nice.
It will get advantage on the roll. So enter the meme. It's a 19, but it could be better. And it's not. It's a 8. So we roll a 2d4 +2. Damn! That is 7 points, 9 points of damage.
Doggy.
And that is at the Bane target, so that brings it to. Okay. And then it needs to make a strength saving throw, otherwise it is prone. And unfortunately, it succeeds, so it is not prone. And
with the D4
Molly
minus?
makes the attack. With the D4 minus, it is still not prone, unfortunately. All right, so we move on to the top of the round again. Abel, you're up.
Hello, Abel. I'm gonna drop my bow. I'm gonna move there. I'm gonna pull out my 2 short swords.
Okay. You have
I'm gonna
advantage on the attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one in front of me, between me and Olanu.
You got it.
That is a 21 to hit
Hits.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You strike with a short sword, yes?
Yes, sir.
The creature is being mauled by Molly underneath, no pun intended, as you strike the creature across its spine and it goes limp.
Then I'll spin around and drive the other short sword into the back of the one next to Grimly
Awesome.
with my bonus action.
This one is not at advantage.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And I'll use favorite enemy to do an extra D4.
Of course you will.
Oh, 3 points of damage.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oof.
All right.
I don't get to add
Would have
my,
been 2, so.
my modifier to the offhand.
Yep.
You need
All
a
right.
set of dice. I'll work on it.
An epic attack, no doubt. Ken, you're up.
Seeing that most of them are now dead, Kinrava's just going to cast a blue firebolt at the last one.
All right, do the thing.
Do the thing, Julie. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
When's the last time Grimly got to swing his weapon?
When I killed a giant skeleton.
Yeah. That's
Flat
pretty
back.
epic.
Flat back.
He's also the only reason Olanu is like mostly alive along with Layden's Bane.
No,
So-
yeah. I just feel bad for him.
I almost cast Shield of Faith on her, but I realized
That is 7 points of fire
can
damage.
Rava
7
wipe down
points
a
of
whole
fire
group
damage.
them?
Kinrava, as you release the firebolt, it passes right next to Olanu's face. As it zooms past Olanu's face, you still see Grimly fighting this thing off as it's like scratching off and moving around the shield to try and get to Grimly. As the firebolt ricochets off of Grimly's shield and smashes into the creature's face, you see half of its face explode into a fiery blaze as it lays upon the ground and begins to writhe on the ground, half of its face missing, and much of the crystalline shards that it had on its mouth shattered across the ground in front of Grimly. And the last troglodyte goes down.
Hey, my shield!
You like
I-
you do a whole like turn it around to like look on the outside of it, and it has like a bit of a scuff mark on it.
Would like to perception check the area really quickly. I kind of mean that jokingly, but I don't really mean that jokingly.
Okay, if you don't mean it jokingly, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, it's not awesome. It is a 16.
I mean, 16, yeah, it's not that bad. So, 16, you look around, you give the area a once over, you're like carrying your sword in hand and like looking around just to make sure that nothing, or rapier in hand, and as you look around and all is calm on the winter plain.
Alright, I don't think there's any more of those things around.
I will go over and cast Cure Wounds on Iceheart.
Oh, okay. Iceheart gets a Cure Wounds.
Should we take a short rest before we head out again?
Oh, I don't need it.
I think I'm alright.
We'll
Did you
just
get
need
the
to
10?
be careful. Oh, 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Where's that put you?
That puts me at 25, which is pretty comfortable.
Shoot.
Grimly's gonna look at Olanu and say, I just want you to know that I'm sorry for the things that have been going on with you, but I promise I'll be there to help you through it. Then I'll just pump 10 more HP into her with Lay on Hands.
As you go to look at Olanu and give her the healing, you of course stating what you're stating. Olanu is currently kind of like holding on to some of the wounds that she had gathered during the fight, and as she turns around to thank you, you see that her eyes are red and sparking electricity from eye to eye as she kind of looks at you and turns her head like at a 45-degree angle for a moment, and suddenly her eyes dim from that red into a golden light that sparks a gold spark across, and suddenly flicker back to red and then flicker back to gold, and then her head turns back over to you a second time as if she hadn't turned even in the first place, and she says thank you.
You're okay.
Sorry. I'm fine. Are you alright?
Yeah, thank you. You guys really pulled me back together. We should be a little more careful as we go. I may have been a little foolhardy, trying to rush us.
Hey, Ken, I saw you get attacked. Were you hurt at all?
Only a little bit. I'll survive.
Ken, how much did you end up taking that fight?
5 points of damage. I've only got 11 HP left.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
Here's
double checking.
5 more HP. And I'll just pump my last Lay on Hands into her. 5 HP.
Okay.
Oh,
You got
okay.
it. Back to full.
She'll
All
just-
right then.
Thanks.
What you call it? Molly will have during this time walked over to Olanu and begin like kind of trying to lick your wounds as she kind of like approaches and
Your head.
yeah, get some
Good
scratches.
dog. Good doggy.
Lying around you is just like this just horrible graveyard scene of all these creatures lying in pieces. And then of course to the north, a frozen field of like melted ice or melted snow and like rods of this molten shards of whatever they are sticking out of the ground and as soon dissipate into nothingness. But you see like a circle of melted snow. And I think at this point would be a good opportunity to take our first break, unless you guys want to continue on if you don't need it. I don't necessarily need it myself.
I'm okay.
We can take it here in like 30 minutes if we're okay to continue on for the time being.
I'm okay continuing on.
Good to go.
No, 30 minutes isn't bad.
Okay, so we'll just continue on. I usually call it around 9 o'clock. It's a little early already, so we'll just keep going. All right, so that encounter over with. You can thank chat for that. Havoc, congratulations for your tier 1 sub. Thank you, anonymous gifter. I assume you are in leagues with anonymous cheerer, and I will find you. I will hunt you, and I will give you a hug eventually. So thank you very much for
When
the
we go
gift
to
sub.
that con and we all play in person.
Instead of taken, it's given.
Exactly. We'll leave it at that. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Not again, not again.
Not again. Not this episode too. Oh,
This is what it's come
boy.
down to.
Oh my goodness.
Where do the tracks lead us down? Just tell us where they lead.
God damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get back to walking and moving in the snow, shall we?
Yes, please.
Is Cuckoo around, or did he stay, or did he come with us, or?
It depends on what
Because I
you
don't
wanted.
expect him to fight. Like, I invited him with us, but I don't expect him to fight with us. So I just want to make sure he knows he can come out of hiding and go.
If you wanted him to come with you, he would have come with you, but as soon as this all went down, he would have disappeared behind this bush to like the west.
Perfect. Just kind of holler. And by kind of, I holler.
Is everyone okay?
We are now. You can come on out.
He just you see him like slowly poke his head out from around the bush and like look around. Sharp teeth.
I know.
All right, and you guys continue on as Molly picks up a scent again, and begins heading towards the mountains in the distance. And as she heads towards the mountains in the distance, after about an hour or so after this encounter, you eventually can hear from a distance, "Help! Help!" echoing through the kind of tundra wind. Help me!
That's
Does
strange.
anyone else hear that? Or is it in my brain?
If I say no, will you be convinced to keep walking and ignore it?
Probably not.
Molly seems to be unhindered and just continues walking towards where the sound is coming from. And of course, you can continue to see that there are the footprints in the snow and the sled that she is currently following.
Molly, stay.
He turns around and looks up at you and kind of just sits down in the snow.
we should probably figure out what it is before we continue, just in case it's
My
a trap.
pet's a half giant.
Isn't that just a Goliath?
Shh,
Semantics.
that's rude.
Somebody!
Abel, you want to scout ahead?
Yeah, I'll scout ahead.
And if you can't help him, at the very least gag him. That voice is horrible.
Hey, I heard that. No.
I will go stealth mode and scout up ahead.
Got it. Roll stealth.
God damn it. 10.
What was the
You
total?
need me to come with you, Abel.
10 total.
10 total. Got it.
He's still hungover, all right?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, no, that's... You are approaching, and as you approach this sound, you are met in a bit of like a ridge kind of thing. There's a hill on the left that is an overhang that hangs over probably like 3 or 4 feet in an arch kind of formation, and on your right there's a similar like arch formation, but it's only maybe like 2 meters high. But attached to the formation on the right, the wall on the right, is a large tree that seems to have been downed. A long dead tree that seems to have been downed. And up underneath it, looking off like in different directions as you approach, you can see what looks like a very large ogre.
Oh, God.
And
Oh,
it is currently like...
No.
You can see it like reaching out and pulling in snow as it tries to get out, and then like, and then it looks over in your direction. Hey, help me!
I'll run over.
Yep. It's like as you get closer, it begins to like try and really get out, and you can see the every time it tries to get out, the tree lifts like a few inches and then slams back down on top of them.
How big is this? How big is the tree?
The tree is really large. It's not like redwood
tree.
large or anything like that, but it's
Yeah.
large enough to where it'd be difficult to lift.
I'll just immediately go over and try to help him lift on the count of 3, and then I'll 1, 2, lift.
7. And it like lands back down on top of him.
Okay. Just wait here. I'll start heading back to the party.
Okay, you're back. I mean, they're not too off, far
Yeah.
off in the distance.
So there's a large ogre that's trapped underneath a tree.
Damn it.
Probably the
I mean,
one
that
that
makes more
attacked the
sense.
town.
It might be the one that's been attacking the town, you know?
There's been an
He's a
ogre attacking the
tree.
town.
Might be the
What
one
I
that's
thought
attacking the town.
Well, we
was
found
on the
ogre
way
tracks.
Speak up, Olanu. What did you say?
There was tracks of an ogre outside the town. It was in league with the smaller tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you find
It
out?
could be a coincidence. It's strange that he would be left here by himself.
She found it last night.
Let's at the very least
Yeah,
go and
you
see
were a
what's
little-
going on.
Distracted.
You
Yeah.
were gone. Both of you.
Help me!
Yeah,
At
Should we
least
go
go
help
over and
it?
try and
Help
Shut
him
it
if to
up.
shut him up.
Help it.
What?
Uh,
Alright.
Tiny
Y'all are being
fan!
children.
Alanu
Oh,
was
I
the
think
one.
that's you, Abel. I think he's calling you tiny friend.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know many things that would call you that, so let's go meet this guy.
Shinra
Go
will
ahead and
stop
over.
it in that way.
Kin readjusts like her hood and just like walks forward. As you walk up to the scene, it is essentially what was described before. You see an ogre under a tree trying to get out, and as the group approaches, come help!
I
Not
know
so
of a
fast.
method to help you, but you need to stay very quiet as we do it.
Okay, Hark, quiet.
Thank you.
Hark?
Olanu, Iceheart, could you lift the thing up?
In a moment, I have questions.
I just got
What was your name
it.
again?
My name Hark.
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 Where did you come from, Hark?
I come from over there. And he just looks out into the snow.
Northeast, southwest,
He would probably be looking maybe west.
west. Okay. Were you recently in a town?
What is town?
A place with buildings.
You say
There
strange
was
words.
Oh, Jesus.
Lots of square trees.
No square trees. This tree! Help me!
Did you see other dogs similar to this one? She'll point at Molly.
Yes.
Did you take one?
No. My friend.
Were you with... Your friend took one.
Well, I saw him. He was carrying two.
Two.
I
What is your
follow, friend. I lost sight of friend, so I climb tree. And tree fall on Hork.
That makes sense. If we get this tree off of you, will you help us find your friend?
Well, maybe if you help Hork with tree. I don't know if you help with friend.
Your friend took things that didn't belong to your friend. One of them being a very beloved animal. And I want it back.
You want your food back?
It's not food.
He just looks horribly confused. Are you with the people my friend with?
Yes, we are. So if we get this tree off of you, will you take us to where our friends are? Because we don't know where they went either.
Will Hork not know either? Hork lose sight
yeah.
of friend.
But would you show us the way they went?
They went that way.
Oh, that's great. Do you want to come with us to find them? Or we could leave you here under the tree.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no.
I don't know why you're saying oh no.
You know, it might not be too bad of an idea now that he gave us the information we needed to just walk off.
17.
Hork not like strangers.
Okay. I.
I just don't like you either.
Oh,
No.
We go
No.
that way.
Help me, please.
We can't just leave him here.
yeah.
He eats dogs.
I promise I won't eat your dog.
Good people. You make everything so hard. Obviously, he's part of the team that stole all the things, including Sarah, and they're going to eat Sarah. If we take him, he's going to fight against us. This is one less thing to fight against us.
He seems too stupid to know any better.
Hey,
Just tell him that his friends went the other way.
We're talking right next to him.
Yeah.
He was-
Also, that's not my accent.
The one thing that separates us from these creatures and things is the fact that we are good. Should do the right thing.
Hawk good too. Hawk good hunter.
Shut up!
Oh, Hork's a good hunter, are you? So you could find where your friends went? A
Well,
good hunter could find them.
if Hawk see food, Hawk throw rock at food. Hawk good
That's
hunter.
different. That's different, Hork.
All right, Hawk. If we let you out of here, you can no longer go back to that place to take food.
What
You
place?
find it out here in the snow.
I find food in snow anyway.
Just don't go any near square trees.
Cross any rabbit.
Rabbit. What rabbit?
They're little and they hop.
Oh. Yes, fast food.
Yes.
I eat fast food all time.
Do you know, is there any fast food around here?
I have fast food in my waist.
No, thank you.
If friends help Hawk give rabbit.
All right, let's get the tree up.
Okay.
Hawk, if your friends come back, you can no longer play with them. Do you understand that? If we let you up.
Hawk try to play with friend. Friend no reply. Friend no talk. Hawk friend not Hawk friend.
Okay.
Friend
I'll be
look
I'll be your friend,
bad.
Hawk.
Oh, something happened to make Hork's friend not Hork's friend.
Hawk friend broken.
Oh, that's bad.
Been broken.
Did you get hit in the head?
I don't know.
Like
All right.
broken
Well-
as he stopped moving, or
Broken as he
He's
his inside was on outside.
dead. Got it.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he
he's
was-
very broken. All right, we should probably get the tree off him.
Okay.
Congratulations, you finally said something useful. Not you, this thing.
Hawk no like you.
I'm glad you don't.
She rubs off on you after a while.
That's gross.
Olanu will go. That's fair. We'll go in and
God
do a
damn it.
deep squat, get her hand up underneath the tree, and say, "Lift."
Heave ho.
Start lifting. Yep.
All right, and
I'll
go ahead.
aid.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, Olanu.
Can I get double advantage because I already have advantage?
Roll 16 d20, please.
I actually have that many.
So that
Right.
is 25.
25. So with everyone's help except for Kinrava and Hork's help, you give enough push and heave into the tree to pick it up enough for Hork to and he pulls himself out and rolls over onto his back, and you can see his belly kind of shakes and wobbles.
Rabbit.
Tree heavy. And he just sits up like on his butt with his back, perpendicular. And he kind of like, okay. And he reaches down against his pouch, and his pouch that he holds is very much so the skin of like a full-on skin of an animal that's just been tied together with rope. And he opens it up, and when he opens it up, it's just full of just corpses of creatures. Just the worst. And he opens it up and a few of them spill out and he goes, oh, hold on. And he picks one of them up and he goes, this one, fast food. And he holds up a rabbit.
What is it? Oh, okay.
The rabbit seems to have been clobbered pretty heavily by a large boulder. It's
Good
like
shot.
kind of crushed. It's like crushed in and like frozen solid.
Oh God.
Cuckoo, you want a rabbit?
As soon as you say rabbit, you see the ears perk up. And then Hork goes, fast food! And like starts
No.
looking
No.
around.
Shinrafa just ignites a firebolt in her hand and just says, leave.
The firebolt kind of emanates in your hand for a moment and then kind of diminishes. And he kind of looks over at everybody and he goes, ugh. He gets up and he ties the thing back up against his waist. And he just starts to walk off into the snow.
Thank the pits.
That's probably going to be a problem later.
I wanted to leave him.
So west.
No. Grimly's good. He
All
was
right.
good.
Come on, choir boy, let's keep going.
You see that Cuckoo is attempting to eat the very frozen rabbit and is having a lot of difficulty. He's like biting a rock at this point. But he's having the time of his life.
If you want to wait, we can cook it later. But if you just want to carry it around, I understand.
Oh, it's okay. I like it like this.
Gross.
All right.
And the Trax and Molly, who has been sitting back this entire time, Molly will eventually walk up to the group. The Trax and everything like that, they lead through this section up towards the north.
What direction did Hork start walking in?
West?
Got it.
Which direction does the tracks lead?
North?
North.
Okay. Although he said his friend was, well,
You know,
He said he's from the west.
no,
Didn't know
he
where
also-
his friend was.
He said his friend was, well,
No, he
broken.
said one of his friends was broken. He didn't say all of his friends were broken.
But if one of his friends was broken and had his insides on the outside, then, but was still walking,
But that's the way Molly's going too. So
it means we might have necromancy on our hands.
yeah, probably.
Well, let's go.
I don't
Agreed.
Sarah.
As you start heading northwards, you head towards again the mountain range in the distance, but it has gotten ever so closer. And you begin making your way towards or following said tracks. Eventually, you come up to what looks to be a bit of rustling in the snow. The footprints you've been following have been fresh, somewhat fresh. Sled tracks, everything like normal and everything. But as you approach, you can see some debris in the snow up ahead. You approach the debris, or do you keep going?
Yeah.
You go around it.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I would
Apprehensively.
approach the debris.
Okay. You approach the debris and you can see that parts like of wood, a little bit of metal, some common pieces that you would normally find on a sled have been broken off and discarded, and the area looks to be in a bit of a rust, like a tussle. Something had happened here. You see blood, a little bit of blood, kind of dried blood in the snow, or frozen blood. But
Fresh.
what? Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Well, the
Was it
blood itself doesn't necessarily seem fresh. It's just frozen, and it's hard to tell whether or not here blood is fresh or frozen, or how long it's been frozen for. But what catches your attention most is there are some familiar leather tie downs that would be used to strap down goods and stuff like that, and everything like that. And you ruffle through the debris, and as you pull up the leather tie downs, embossed on the leather, you can see the initials IC.
So this was part of it. Yeah.
Great.
But there's also no sign of any bodies, which is also good.
Yeah. Are there any, so there's the leftover blood or droplets of blood. Are there foot tracks or sleigh tracks that continue on, or is it just there was a tussle here?
Foot tracks, sleigh tracks continue on northward.
Northward, okay. So continue in that direction.
As you continue off in that direction, you will see that the blood that was spilled around this area continues in a northern direction until finally about 30 feet or 40 feet in front of you, you see that there's some kind of object laying in the snow in the distance, and about 10 feet in front of you, you begin to see what looks like entrails that leads to whatever is off in the distance.
I think his insides fell out.
Yeah, insides became outsides.
These entrails are quite small, though. I mean, it would not be fitting for the entrails of a giant.
We don't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's not
Um,
the size of a dog, is it?
could be.
Actually,
Maybe Sarah fought back.
It could be the
Should-
other dog as well.
Olanu, could you have Molly smell these to see if they could pick up any familiar scents that we had previously?
I'm just gonna pet Molly and bring her up.
She sniffs it.
Does she seem any change in her behavior at all?
Not in particularly. She sniffs it and then kind of like pulls back her nose as if it was like sour.
So,
I'm gonna go up. It looks like there's a body 30 feet ahead. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go over to the body.
So you
Just be
follow
careful.
the.
Be sure.
You
I'll go
follow
with
the.
Abel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abel, Kinrava, you can kind of lead along. Abel, as you approach, you follow the entrails all the way up to what looks to be a furry creature that has had its stomach either ripped out or bitten into or something, as a dog lays dead in the snow.
Damn it.
And we will go on break at this point.
God damn it, Dan.
Yeah.
So, you've met our goofy friend. You met Triglacial on your way here, and it seems that a dog has fallen to something off in the distance. So, at this point, we will go on break. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's watching, we will be back here in about 5-10 minutes. We're going to try and press through today's episode as quickly as possible. That way we can get as much done before we need to sign off for the night. So don't go anywhere, and we will see you back here in a few minutes. This is not the screen. There we go. and we'll put on some music too to kind of give you guys something to listen to while we're here.
Okay. Ugh, if that is Sarah, I'm gonna be so sad.
I mean, Molly didn't have a reaction, so it might not be.
Yeah, but it's entrails.
True. True.
It probably just smells bad in general.
If it's Sarah, I'm gonna blame the chat. I'm gonna blame the chat for prep nights.
Just how awful. Oh, God.
Look at that smirk
Yeah.
Dan had just then. Yeah.
I didn't have nothing.
Okay, I'll be back.
Same.
Why would you make a dog the primary target? I'm evil.
Yeah, Dan, why?
Evil DM.
I blame Prep Night. I know it was those motherfuckers in chat. I know it.
Okay, I'm chaotic neutral. What you call it? DM.
Oh, damn, that's a good point. I'm gonna get myself some snack.
That wasn't what we voted on, so you could only blame Dan. Grandma says. Don't throw me under the bus like that, Grandma. Who is the real monster here? Shiny, while I missed the whole stream DMing Frostmating myself, just stopping to tell everybody how wonderful you all are. Shiny, you wonderful human, you. Who's the real monster here? Prep night is full of evil cat people. Change my mind. Meow. I mean, what? We all know what happened during prep.
Ever realized how good Ice Knife was at 2nd level? Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, me neither. Until they just fucking exploded. I was like, hold on, wait, that much? It's really good this level for sure. At level 3. We're not evil per se. But no. Like I explained it. Chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral.
What do you have against Olanu and all her friends?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Olanu makes a friend, I kill it. That's basically the equation.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, it's
We're
Olanu,
on the list too.
Olanu plus friend equals death.
So nobody
the
becomes
rest of
her
the
friend.
party.
Got it.
Yeah, the rest of the party doesn't have much time left.
Exactly.
No.
Just keeping it interesting. Chaotic neutral, aka the fourth evil. We just want some fun for the party. That's it. Define your neutral, Dan. Look, my neutral leans a little, okay?
Yeah.
It teeters. It teeters.
The player who plays a drow is doubting you.
Press X to doubt.
Press X to doubt.
Where are we?
Oh, I'm gonna be so sad when Abel dies.
When?
When? Yeah.
When?
Yeah, when he dies.
Yeah.
Death comes for us all.
I'm a wizard, not
Also,
like
if you think that way, then when it happens, you're not going to be like, ugh.
Yeah, you won't be as gutted.
I love character death, to be fair.
Gotta take out Abel next. He's figured it out.
I
There's
don't think any
chaotic
of us
neutral, and then there's chaotic neutral.
can- Yeah. Hmm.
They're getting too close to the truth. They must pay.
Haven't we paid enough?
It is
Also,
fun
that map
to...
was
Oh, go ahead.
that map was the same map that Abel got gored by an elk.
Yeah, don't read into that one too much. That's the one Dan paid for. He better get use out of it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
All right, looks like our team is back. Brad, you good to go? Excellent. Team, y'all good?
Always.
Excellent. let's
Only
jump
really worried about Brad. We understand.
back into it. Brad was just last in line. We move through. Coming back. Let's go ahead and drop the beautiful Iceheart Olanu's theme and bring it back to the cold Icewind
Why am I worried?
ambiance. All right. Abel, you approach this eviscerated creature that lies frozen along the path.
Do you recognize it as the other dog?
Does it look like Sarah?
Abel, you specifically spending time with them more than the rest of the party at least, would recognize this animal, and as you look down upon its features and its fur, it is similar, it is the same type of dog, but you notice that the diamond crest that is on Sarah's head is not visible on this creature. It is just a line.
I breathe a audible sigh of relief.
I'll take that as a no.
It's not Sarah, thankfully. I'll turn to back to the party. We're like 20 feet away.
Yep.
It's another dog. It's not Sarah, thankfully, but it seems to be another dog.
Move up.
You move up and you just see a very gory scene. The entire area in like a 3-foot radius around that creature is just frozen blood.
Whole thing.
They must have tried to step back. Well, fight off.
It's probably just a snack.
Olanu, roll an investigation check. Abel, you can help her out with that.
Okay.
So advantage or no?
It's either advantage or both of you roll.
I'll roll 2.
Okay.
Okay. Good, because I have really bad investigation.
Well, I have really bad rolls, so
It's true.
I got a 7.
I got a 3.
Oh. We don't know shit.
Well, you guys are both very emotionally like drained at this point, realizing that your friend is not lying in a pool of blood below you, but also you know that there's wavering danger to the possible health of your friend.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
You
like the
should
tracks
keep moving.
continue on.
Does it look like a ritual of some kind, or does it just look like a murder scene?
There's no ritualistic memorabilia around. It's not like there's a pentagram on the ground. It's not like there's really anything. It's more animalistic slash what is it? The word I'm thinking of. But anyways, yeah, it does not seem like that.
Primal.
Primal.
It looks more like shredded and stuff. The stomach's shredded open.
No, it's not shredded open. It looks like this thing was crushed,
Ugh.
basically, and then like ripped out.
That... You know what that makes me think of, right?
Oh, the
Mhm.
ogre friend that we had?
Yeah, the rabbit.
Yeah. This was probably food.
It was either food... If it was food, why didn't they take it with them?
How much of the... Oh god, this is a terrible sentence. How much food-wise is left of the dog?
To be honest, as strange of a question as that is to you or whatever, it's a good question. You look and it's almost as if you took a bite out of a hamburger and left the rest of the hamburger.
How dare he?
But you see that, again, fur and entrails lead for a little bit. Blood spilled, like all the way up to the body.
We should probably keep moving.
Yeah.
I wonder why they had the ogre with them. Like, what was the reason for bringing the ogre?
They can throw boulders.
Can
Oh,
roll me a history check.
Let me check what my history is.
Should be good.
Plus 12.
25.
Nice.
You know the history of the world, and as you recollect, you of course believe that this creature is undead, some walking dead creature. You also know that undead don't need to eat, and gathering the information from what you've gathered here, being that nothing here has technically been eaten, it has been spilled upon the ground and then left a corpse here, and nothing else has been touched on the corpse itself. You could probably surmise that this creature was either fighting back, trying to escape, something happened, the ogre made an attack on it, and then left it behind.
Okay. I've got a really weird question, actually. So the ogre tracks we're seeing... Are we seeing the ogre tracks in, like... I don't want to say in... Like, does it look like the ogre is walking in the same path as the cart tracks?
Yep. Yeah, you see the ogre tracks between the sled track marks. Well, I guess it wouldn't be between. Sled track marks would be skinnier than the... So the sled track marks are between the legs of the ogre. Marks.
they had the ogre pulling the sled.
And if the ogre is an undead creature, that would make a lot of sense. Undead do not tire, they do not need to eat, they do not need rest. They are essentially free labor that never gets tired. Imagine having a steed or something. Imagine having a steed that you never need to stop for rest.
And the other ogre did say that they had stopped being their friends when their outsides became, or when their insides became their outsides.
Which also means that whoever is we're following, I'm starting to suspect it might be some bandits or more cultists. They have the ability to create this thing. We need to be on guard.
Yeah.
And we should move with haste.
Yes.
You hear Molly begin to whimper and whine as it like pushes its nose against the dead body.
We know.
You see that Cuckoo approaches and kind of walks up to Molly and kind of nudges Molly kind of in the side and says, "Don't worry. They'll help."
Oh, it's gonna be so bad when that dog kills us.
I'm convinced that motherfucker's gonna kill us.
Episode 350. I hate whenever he's gonna turn against us.
Did you have something,
Yeah.
Grimly?
Yeah.
What did you say, Troy? Sorry.
Grimly
I
got
think
something.
Grimly had something. Yeah.
No, I don't have any. I was gonna ask if I know this region or if I'm close to a region that I know. If we're heading closer towards where I'm from.
Yes. I mean, it's in the general direction. Like you still see the mountains off in the distance. Probably a good like 30 or 45 minutes from your like walking pace to get to maybe closer to the base of the mountain. And you know that your general location of your civilization or your town is just to like the southwest of Kelvin's Cairn. You guys are approaching from the southeast.
Right, and I know the mines, like, they're spread all out, but the thing that's hitting me right now is the old dirt. So Grimley's kind of wondering if there are mines nearby. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I
Making
wanted to know.
grave.
45 minutes away from here, you could maybe surmise that would be like reaching the ends of mines, like the very, very tips of the far reaches of your mining area, but it would be a stretch.
Right.
Because to mine the precious gems and mine the materials and the steel and everything, well, not steel, but to mine the necessary raw material that you need to make weapons and everything like that, that all comes mostly from like underneath the mountain. So your area would go mostly like northeast and mine in towards the mountain.
Everybody, I would like to really find Sarah. Can we go ahead and get going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Molly takes a few steps forward and continues on. After about 15 or 20 minutes or so, the footprints and the sled imprints, they begin to lessen and lessen until there is no trace left of them in the snow, and the weather begins to pick up a bit. The snow begins to fall a bit heavier in this area, and you now are about a 10 or 15 minute walk away from the basest of bases of the mountain that reaches out in front of you. You see tall the mounts or the peaks of Kelvin's Cairn high above you, hundreds and hundreds of feet above you, and you see that it's very rocky, some paths leading up, some paths leading across, and very, very difficult terrain to make an essence. Now you guys are just reaching basically like the base area of it. There's still like hills and mountains around Kelvin's Cairn that kind of make up the range that it is stationed upon, but Kelvin's Cairn is by far tall, and it like even like instead of reaching directly up, it reaches a point and then cocks like 45-degree angles and like makes its way up further and then straightens out. It gives it a very kind of wicked peak. But as the tracks disappear, Molly kind of turns to you and just stares at you.
I think she has lost the scent.
Great.
We're hard pressed to find any further tracks with the weather like this.
Yeah.
If not, we knew at least the general direction these tracks were heading in. We could continue in that path.
Seems to be our only lead.
Yeah.
Does anybody see anything?
Yeah, maybe check.
Can I see something? May I
brush.
roll?
Does anyone, aka Ray, see anything?
Layden and Grimly, since you were the one that mentioned it, Grimly, you may roll a survival check.
Cocked.
Oh, same. That's a 24, my good sir.
Well, mine's a 7, so.
Oh yeah.
Layden, I'm gonna take your dice over to Will Wheaton's house and place them like on the front doorstep for a few days, just to counterbalance whatever you've got going on. Okay.
We need to take them to the Salem witch trials at this rate.
Yeah, right. All right.
It's an 18. 6. That's
Well,
24.
As as I had stated before, the tracks disappear. But Leodin, as you are looking around, you see that there is a tall hill that leads off to the right. Kind of like you have to climb up it, maybe 15 or so feet, but it's angled to where it's not a difficult climb to get up this hill. But as you're looking at the silhouette of the hill, you notice a dip in the snow on this a certain part of the top of this hill.
So is that normal for things that just kind of dip? Grimly, you've lived around here before. Is that dip normal in that hill over there?
I can't say.
I think we should go that
Never
way.
seen anything like it. Well,
That's
I
okay.
don't see anything, so I'll just trust your judgment.
I think you shouldn't have
You can
had so
start.
much alcohol last night.
That's the moral of most tales. And it just makes them sad. Let's go that way.
You head up to the top of the hillside, following where you believe that dip in the snow is. And as you crest over the top of this hill, in front of you now is a gigantic inward, like concave area that leads along the side of the mountain. Very distant, probably like, I don't know, 200, 300 feet in front of you. But you see a large bowl that kind of leads down before it starts to crest back up towards the mountainside. The path or the dip that you had currently like crossed or came across and saw leads down as you do see now sled marks that lead downwards towards a large frozen river that leads from this bowl-like structure that leads from east to west, reaching all the way up to the mountain's side. So you see a frozen river that reaches all the way up to the mountain's side, and from a distance, you see what looks to be more structured stone outlets that are carved into the mountainside at this distance.
I have
Do we
something.
want?
Grimly.
Stone cunning. As a dwarf, when I make an intelligence check on history of
Yeah.
stonework,
Yeah.
does this ring a bell of any stories I've heard or something I've heard of before?
I mean, well,
Or
you
is-
can roll to check on that with your stone cunning. Go ahead and roll a history check, and with your stone cunning, I'll give you advantage on the roll, since it's specifically what we're talking about.
History. 17.
17. So, as you look upon the structure in the distance, you do note that it is quite dwarven in nature. As you look upon the structures, it is squared off in a lot of points. There are no fancy rounded edges or anything like that. It is very much the structured and powerful stonework of a dwarf.
I don't know who resides out here, but the stonework definitely looks dwarven in nature.
Perhaps dwarven bandits or renegades?
Or it was just built
Could-
by a dwarf and then taken over by bandits and renegades. There's no reason to throw race in this right now. We don't know.
I also don't know.
They don't eat dogs.
I do know that a long time ago, Families of dwarves did split off and create their own clans. So there's potential that this is one that I've never heard of.
Hmm. If nothing else, we should get closer to see if we can spot anyone. They're likely holding a dog.
Do we want to have the more quiet of us go first?
Probably. Is your headache feeling better?
Not really, but that fight with those ice creatures put me on the edge a little more, so.
Right. So, as you approach from a distance, this is what you see, of course. That is not what I wanted. Never mind. You don't see that. Thank God I didn't show it. Stop that. Well, I'm looking for the image that I want, and I don't think I'm going to find it. But that's okay. We'll continue on without it. Because what I will do now is I will take you over to a large map.
Oh no.
And I need you to, first off, let me know if you can see what you see. See everything?
I can't see everything, but we can see the...
Well, I mean, you can see stuff is what I mean. Like, it's not just like a black screen.
Yeah.
Alright, and so I'll lead chat over there as well. Yep, y'all are bitty down there. But as you can see, there is, well, I'll zoom out for chat real quick to kind of give you an idea of what they see. And just a heads up for players, if you do go back to these sessions and everything like that, if you would like to remain in the not know-how or spoiler-free, please do not look at the map while we are doing this portion. You can, of course, look at yourself, but I darkened the hell out of the DM-only area, but I leave it just a little bit so where I can see it. That way, I still know what's going on. But other than that, just make sure that you keep an eye out to not spoil anything for yourself. So, as you can see, though, there is a large structure in front of you. And it is dwarven in nature, as I had stated before. But you see that a blocky stronghold, bereft of warmth or charm, juts out of a hillside in a rough crescent shape. Only part of its construction is visible. The rest is buried in the stone. A large double door of stone serves as the main entrance. The terrain leading up to it up to it is a gently upward sloping plain covered with fresh snow. A stream used to flow out of a barred culvert northeast of the main entrance, but the waterway has frozen. Two other barred openings can be seen along the stronghold's northern wall, and I'll go ahead and ping that for you guys. So my phone is going off. Sorry about that. Hold on.
Oh, hey, that's the same ringtone as me.
Okay, so to the north, I will point you out here. Lead you to it. So directly north, you see those little circular points on there. Those are barred, what look like windows or barred openings to the north. And the stream that I was talking about, the frozen stream, it ends right here as it goes into the mountainside next to the door. And then it says that anyone positioned behind these openings down like that are currently to the north, like these ones right here. Anyone that was behind those would have a really good view of everything below. It seems that you guys are coming from a distance at about 40 feet below the cast or the area that is inside of this this mountainside. Closer to you though, to the right, separated from the rest of the stronghold, is a snow-covered stone bunker perforated by arrow slits, and that is down here. So you see a stone bunker, you see openings in that look like bars to the north. You see doors to the northeast that are right here, because I didn't point those out directly, but those are the doors, northwest, sorry. And just north of that is, looks like the river leads into the mountainside. So Abel, as you had stated before, you are 40 feet currently below, think of water level. I keep saying castle, it's literally not a castle. I don't know why I keep saying castle. The stronghold is sea level, and you are currently 40 feet below that. And this is just a like sloping slant of fresh snow that leads up towards it. And of course, the frozen river follows this slope. But you, of course, may move and do whatever you would like at this point.
Oh, I don't necessarily want to do this alone. I do think that perhaps we should investigate whatever that small...
If you'd like, I can send Omen out there to see what happens. Well, you can see.
Yeah, maybe if you can send him over to that small edifice in the snow.
I will...
We can just walk up to it.
I'd get shot.
We don't know.
I'll
Exactly.
send Omen out there then and share my senses with him as he flies over towards the little bunker, I think.
Okay. We'll put Omen on the board here.
Omen dies instantly.
Knowing the poor thing's history thus far.
All right. You unleash Omen into the sky. Do you have control over Omen? Give me a second. You might not.
I do.
Okay, excellent.
So I will send Omen
Where are you sending him?
over towards this bunker by here.
Okay. So directly, just like, beeline towards it. And as
Well,
you...
he's gonna fly upwards and then try and
Yeah.
circle around it, yeah.
So super high up in the air, 40 feet up, straight up from where you're at, and then increase that height by another 20, 30 feet to kind of get higher than the thing. And as Omen is flying in the air, Omen approaches this thing, and it looks like a completely enclosed bunker. And currently from Omen's position above it, there is no other entrances that are in this area. And the only thing visible are the arrow slits from this distance. How high is Omen comparatively at this point to the thing?
I would say he's only about 10 feet above, but I was going to have him go down and sort of circle around the wall itself a little bit.
Okay.
Well, not the wall, the bunker a little bit.
Right,
on
the
wall
bunker.
level.
Sure. All right. So as Omen is like dips down, you get a visual of like the inside a bit. You know, it's not too much, but you are able to gather. Let's see. Need to go to. Okay, I think I'm on the right layer. Let's see. Yeah, each arrow slit kind of gives you a little bit of vision inside. And you will kind of see all this. Do. All right. So each arrow slit allows you to see a little bit on the inside, and on the inside, as you are circling with Omen, He will see this as he looks inside. You will see what looks to be a dwarf, but this dwarf has very dark hair and skin that is comparable to a little bit darker than Olanu's. And as Omen is flying past the window, it will make an attack at Omen as it's looking out into the distance. And let's see. You will see this thing has like a white beard, and it has white eyes. Like the eyes have been, like there's no irises. It's almost as if like cataracts has taken effect in its eyes. And it will shoot a crossbow bolt at Omen, and will be a that will be a 13 to hit.
That hit. Someone's dead.
All right. Well, let me just give you the actual damage. That is 10 points of piercing.
He's got 3 hit points. He's gone.
That was just for your information. That was at disadvantage because I didn't want to make it seem as if like he sees something move and is an amazing shot. He saw Omen cross the first window, ran to the last window, took a shot at it in the dark, and luckily was able to strike it. As it hits, Omen disappears, and you are stuck now, not knowing the location of where this creature that shot at your bird is, but you know that it is somewhere in there.
Do I, considering my background, do I recognize what the hell that is?
Your background, absolutely you do. You know that as a Durgar.
Oh no. Oh no. Get down, and get back. Back.
We haven't moved.
Yeah, we're just
Does
standing
not
here.
matter. Does not matter.
Okay.
That is a Druagar fortress.
And they have Sarah.
Druagar are dwarves that come from the Underdark.
Grimly, you would have heard tales of these creatures growing up, and as you heard these tales of these creatures, every time the name was mentioned, it was second nature for those who had said it or heard it to spit on the ground. They are very much a how do I say it? It is a knock on the dwarves to be even compared to a Durgar. They had dropped from everything that is a dwarf and became the most evil and just awful subculture of yours, and everyone that mentions its name just brings a sour taste to your mouth.
What a stain, those creatures. They're not dwarves.
Okay,
We should
so
let them live.
I mean, are there a
Nah.
lot of them?
I only saw one that before they killed Omen again. But I did manage to see that there's only one of them in that barracks. Or bunker, whatever. There's only one of them in the bunker.
Maybe they're just taking advantage of old ruins.
I doubt it. Druagar are... How do I explain this? Druagar have... It's illegal for them to create works of art. By their very religion, they cannot make artistic creations, which is probably why that fortress has no representation or anything on it.
Range thing.
Leading walking or sneaking?
I'm walking.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As you approach, and a crossbow bolt gets let loose out of the window.
Let's go.
They're not friendly.
And
Yeah, of course.
that is a 17 to hit.
It hits.
You take 4 points of piercing damage. And
What are you doing?
Damn it.
we'll go ahead and roll for initiative. I think that's how this works.
Why? You can go ahead and play the Nat1
Oh no.
thing. Yeah.
Rage, Olanu. Rage.
I just got
Yeah,
hit.
when it gets to me.
Okay, let's roll for initiative for him. Okay. And that is a plus. Oh, okay. All right. So. Let's get everybody's initiative. Grimly.
12.
Leadin.
I just want to point out, Dan, so you don't have to do anything to my die. I rolled a 4. My initiative is 8.
Aw.
It can happen.
It can't.
Olanu. Natural 1.
5. Wait, no, 4. Yep.
Natural 1 to a
Natural
4.
1 plus 3.
Abel.
4.
24.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kin.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You hear the thud of a crossbow bolt letting loose an arrow as, and suddenly, as Leodin is kind of like doing the whole rogue from World of Warcraft move up to the building, the arrow thunk, finds purchase in her arm. The bolt does finds purchase in her arm as she like drops into the snow and like looks upwards towards the precipice, the bunker is the word I'm looking for.
When Omen circled around that bunker, there was no way into there, was there?
Correct. There's no way into it.
Okay.
Outside of the arrow slits. And actually,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, let me remove Omen from the board real quick. And then that will leave us, though, with Abel as the first act.
Good old Abel.
How big are those arrow slits, by the way? Like, big enough for someone to fit through, or just shoot through?
No, I mean, they're generally arrow slits are all around the same
Okay.
size. So they're probably no more than like 3 inches or I don't know how many centimeters that would be. Sorry.
Okay.
Sure, I'm gonna move up 40 feet.
40 feet it is.
That's my full movement.
Yep. You have to like do a quick jump over the frozen river and start like using your hands to like quickly climb up the large hill in
Scrambling up.
front of you. Yep.
They did.
God damn it! What are you doing?
Can I see? Is it even possible for me to see through the slit right now? Through the slits?
Literally, this is one of the only positions that you could possibly even have a chance of hitting him, but he has a lot of cover, so it's gonna be difficult to hit. But you could pull a Legolas. Who knows?
I'll try it. I get 2 attacks on my first turn. And I'll shoot 2 arrows at
Go
this
for it.
arrow slit, which is designed specifically to stop what I'm trying to do. Do I have disadvantage or anything, or is it just a cover bonus?
You don't have disadvantage. You have cover bonus.
Jesus Christ.
Range and cover
Natural 20
bonus.
on the natural
Shut
20 on the
fuck
first.
up.
I swear to God.
Let's go!
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Hey, remember when I said you could pull a Legolas? That was a
Hell
fun
yeah.
time. All right, natural 20 on the first one.
His arrow.
Oof. 16 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'll shoot the second arrow. It went to a 20 and then it rolled over to a 2.
Mother.
So that's a 9, which I'm assuming misses.
Yeah. The second arrow, as you pull forth one arrow and it straight through the hole. And as it pierces straight through the hole, you hear "Ah!" on the other side. And as you release the second arrow slaps off of the inverted, because the arrow slits are, I don't know if you know anything about medieval structure, but they're structured to where you can aim like this on the inside, but on the outside you have to aim like perfectly. So it just slaps off of the side of the wall next to the arrow slit and breaks upon impact. But you can see that there was a crossbow like that was being reloaded at the window, and as soon as your arrow pierces through, the crossbow like drops down, and you just hear screaming from inside.
Oh no.
Right. Next up,
Lead and run off to the right side. It's my turn.
Kin, you're up.
I will move my full 30 feet, I suppose, to go as far over there as I can. How far can I go with 30 feet? About
24,
where Abel
30,
is?
right where it says 30 feet.
Okay.
Right there.
Um,
And then one to the left or one to the right.
he can still shoot at me if I go to the left, can't he?
I mean, you get the idea that no matter where you are, he could probably shoot at you.
Yeah, so, I'm going to, use my bonus action dash and try and get over to this location basically as close to, like, this place as I can.
Okay, so dash, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you're right. Perfect. Okay. That leaves us with Grimly.
Okay, I will move forward 25 feet.
Oh
Which is
no.
my full.
You get right above the lake, or excuse me, the river. Yep.
And what is the range on this spell?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 feet from the target, just a heads up.
Yes. 20, 25, 25. Okay. I'm going to cast Bless on all three of them.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
Jesus.
And then Crouch. And
I
that's my
should
turn.
have got prone. I should have got prone. Fuck.
Character. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so 3 of you are now blessed. I think it's this one. That's Leodin, Abel, and Kinrava. You are now blessed. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking through my damn animated spells, and I know I had this already ready, and of course, it was jacked up and went away.
Come on, Dan.
Yep. All right, there it is. Stupid thing. All right. Leodin, you're blessed. Abel, you're blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Kin, hashtag blessed.
Yay.
Alrighty. So as the blessing goes off, you place your hand out in the air, Grimly, and all 3 of you feel invigorated. And that leaves us with the creature inside of this location. And it will take another shot at Leodin. And that is a 15 to hit.
That hit.
That is... Where's my paper? That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And this time, Abel and Leodin, of course, and Kin, you might be able to see it with your dark vision. You see the creature, after shooting off the crossbow bolts, dashes into the darkness behind and out of vision.
Damn it.
Okay, got it. All right. Leodin.
Alrighty. I am going to do what everyone doesn't want me to do. Okay, just so I know, is the whole box a square or the little boxes 5 feet?
The little boxes are 5 feet.
Cool. So I need... I'm going to come right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at the 2nd level. Right there.
Okay.
So every humanoid, really every creature, in a 15-foot cone cube needs to make a 14 Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay. It fails.
And it fails. Oh, it fails. Singular. Wonderful.
If
Either
that's where they're
that or he's
keeping
messing with
Molly.
me. I know it would
Sarah's
be
in there.
terrible. That is 12, 15 points of thunder damage, and he is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
It, thing, the Duergar.
Sure.
Any of them,
Sarah.
actually, in case you're not using.
All right. The effect of your spell causes a large amount of sound, correct?
Ooh. Sure does.
It's like
Yes,
200 feet.
it's audible
I think it's 300.
from 300 feet.
Oh no.
Okay.
Let me do some quick maths.
It's gonna be great.
We're all here.
Oh, hi, turn order.
All right. So, as that happens, then
Call them all out. Call them all out.
next up,
Inadvertent.
Olanu, you're up.
That's a hell of a door knock.
I try.
So she was gonna try and go along the side, but then just the longest sigh emanates from her as she hears that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just gonna go use her entire movement and dodge to get as far forward as she can. Oh, right there. Oh, no. that? I was here. There.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get about 10 more feet.
Yep, there we go.
All right.
And she'll try to get lower into the snow to be less of a target.
Okay. Do you want to set yourself prone?
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Okay. You can set yourself prone then. And button. You are currently prone. And we move on back up to Abel.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna run straight up towards the bunker. 5, 10, 30. Then I will dash right up to the arrow split. I'm gonna look into that bunker.
All right. You can look into the bunker, and what you see when you look into the bunker is reveal. Wham. Oh. Wham. You currently see an open hatch in the back of a barren bunker.
Ooh. I'll just turn back. There's not really a way in. There's a hatch in the bunker. I'm assuming it's connected to the rest of this place.
Should we go around back then? Sorry, it's out of turn.
It's okay.
That's fine. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay, so that's all we got. We move on to Kin.
Kinrava is going to move full 30 feet up to... Can she reach here with her 30 feet of
5,
movement?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement gets you to where it says feet on the negative 10 feet.
Oh.
You are here or...
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, one up. Here or here.
She will then call out. We need to head to the front of it, it seems, but but I'm taking cover here just real quick. And then she will use her next 30 feet of dash movement to try and get here so she's behind this thing.
Okay. Yeah, you are completely blocked off by this very natural looking rocky bunker.
Okay.
All right. That leaves us with Grimly.
Yes, I will try to catch up as much as I can.
Oh no.
You can move up 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You can be right next to Leiden on the left. Or one over to the left if you'd like. Okay.
This is good.
Leiden.
What were you
back up.
saying?
Was
As a quick-
thinking
with a-
they have Sarah. That's what I was thinking. And I don't want Ian's dogs to die. And I'm going to 15 get right there. Then come remember that I'm wearing that beautiful wolf's cloak and not become prone, but just like it's up against the side of
The wall.
fortress.
Okay. And for reference, I will place Molly. She is down here. Okay. Olanu. Yep.
Okay. She'll stand up with half of her movement and then go forward and then dash another 30 feet.
Did you dash? Where you going?
Yeah. So
Okay.
right there, and say to Leodin, that's all well and good, but if we die too, we're of no use to Sarah.
We're not gonna die. Sorry, again, out of turn. She just doesn't like to be yelled at.
Who's this with? Okay, and at the top of this round, Abel, you would be first, but first, you all hear the sound of
Let's go.
echoing
Fuck.
out the front entrance of the building. And as the echo of the front building kind of like rumbles across the mountainside, you get the feeling that your presence has become known.
So
And
excited.
that's where we'll end today's episode.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this.
Oh no.
People know we're here?
Many
I'm so
What?
excited. Let's keep going.
so
We'll go for another 6
confused.
hours.
Yeah, we'll
Where
just
the
keep going.
tracks
We'll just keep
led.
going. Fuck it. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that very abrupt ending. I know it was kind of like not necessarily in the middle of things, but as they have basically alerted the location to their whereabouts, we will go ahead and stop it there. That way the team can plan accordingly throughout the week, and we can start off next week with a very
TPK.
well thought out TPK, sure. A well thought out run into this large canyon, or huge alcove into this mountainside. And I hope you are prepared for more Durgar shenanigans. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next Saturday. Keep being your best self, guys. Bye-bye. Have a good one.